Hey, so this is your lesson breakdown for RL 8.6. So in this particular lesson, we're going to be focusing on perspective and humor and suspense. So how those things will all work together. We particularly are going to be looking at suspense in our case with our story. We will hit on some humor. So our central question is, what is the impact of different perspectives? So with this essential question, we're really going to be looking at how every character and you see the story differently, and then how that plays into our analysis of the story. So you'll be able to define, you'll know perspective and you'll be able to define it. For the most part, you already probably know what a lot of these things are, to be quite honest with you, based from 6th to 7th grade. 8th grade adds on a little bit more. So you should be able to derive the perspective from each character, identify and describe the perspective of each character. So this is where our characterization work that we've done in the past will come into play. So we need to be able to identify similar and opposing perspectives, and with that means that we have to be able to contrast and compare the perspectives of the characters with other characters in the text. So that's the only way we'll know if they're similar or opposing, is being able to compare them. And then, of course, we need to be able to compare our own perspective to that of the characters. And so that comes into play with dramatic irony. So that's when we know something about the story or about the world that the characters don't. And then, of course, we need to be able to analyze how it creates suspense and humor in the text. So in order to do that, we have to know word choice, and then, of course, how this irony works with what's not in the story anymore. So while we work on this lesson, you are going to complete some notes about perspective. These notes will be in your own notebook that you should have for my class. If not, it will also be given to you as a slides, but I'm going to give you the notes and we'll go through them together, both through video and through class Zoom. And then using a Google slide, we'll work through the lesson using daily and weekly pacing. So last week I gave you guys a week view. I'm going to start doing that again for this one, because this is going to be a 2-week lesson. You'll complete a Nearpod as well as a Flipgrid, and then, of course, as always, there'll be embedded videos of instructions and examples, as well as utilizing your class Zoom.